What is going on, my beaches? Welcome back to Extra Thirsty. It's your boy Papa Swolio, just pouring some coffee because we are about to get into it today. If you're brand new, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Drop a comment down below. And if you want to catch more content like this, I go live every single day on the Daily Swole channel. It's right here on YouTube, so check out my other channel, The Daily Swole, and make sure you subscribe, and also bang your ear holes with content just like this, but tons of inspiration from the Swole fam. Trust me, we offset all of this chunder gunch over there on the Daily Swole. You can subscribe and listen to the podcast on Apple Podcast, on Spotify. The Daily Swole is available everywhere. Go check it out. And if you're interested in joining the Swole fam, swolenormousx.com. Black Swole Week starts early, so we are already going off. We got a bunch of new things coming for Swolenormous X. We do have full programs, a full yoga studio, a full meditation center. So a lot of you have been messaging me saying that your gyms are shutting down, lockdowns are going down. Lockdowns are going down. So you can't get locked out of Swolenormous X. We're open 365 days a year, 24/7. We've been open and crushing it all 2020, and the Swole fam is getting after it. So go check it out, swolenormousx.com. Again, swolenormousx.com. All right. Now that was a good intro, but I had to get warmed up because this is absolute. This is going to be some funny. This is going to be some funny poop. We'll just get a little Matt Damon to get started. So this is a tweet on Twitter. Wow, shocker, Papa. This is a tweet on Twitter. This is a tweet, and there's some responses. So these aren't individual pictures. These are all responses to this first tweet. And it says, Millie at the Bagel Pick Bot. Okay. What's not fatphobic but feels fatphobic to you? Millie says, what's not fatphobic but feels fatphobic? So we're admitting that all of these things are not fatphobic. Okay. So these things are not fatphobic according to this thread, and everyone responding if they understand English, which is questionable and probably isn't true. Most people don't understand English. That's why I'm learning. But what's not fatphobic but feels fatphobic to you? All right. So let's go through this post, and you'll see that it has 2.1 thousand quote tweets, 879 likes, got a lot of traction on Twitter, considering. The first response is from Cynthia: the utter shock on doctors and nurses' faces when your blood pressure, cholesterol, and sugar levels are perfectly fine. Oh, that's so cute, Cynthia. Good for you. They're fine today when they do your blood work today. The one time maybe out of a year or multiple years that you go to a doctor, they're fine right now. That's like saying, hey, look, I don't have any broken bones, and then you fall down the stairs tomorrow. Just because your blood work or something checks out in the moment at one time, one moment, doesn't mean that only those numbers are relative to all your health. That's what's ridiculous. Just because you have a cholesterol number, it doesn't mean that you're going to drop dead. It doesn't mean that you are perfectly healthy. Just because things are just fine in the moment, it's a snapshot in time. So don't get back on your heels, Cynthia. I'm assuming you're answering this because you're overweight or obese, I'm assuming, because why would there be utter shock on doctors and nurses' faces? Yeah, so you're not heading down a good path, but be careful out there, okay? Be careful out there, fam. This is from another post, was from OnlyFans, the Tar Hoe. Who cares? Trolling, whatever. One of these plastic chairs. Now, I agree with this. I'll take it. I agree. I agree with the plastic lawn chairs. These things suck. I've actually broken one of these before, too. You have one of those legs that kind of gets warped or bends in slightly, or you sit back and kind of sit down and back at the same time. It just buckles and cracks. Everyone's had these things. Are a piece of crap. They're made out of plastic. They're made out of weak, thin plastic. So yeah, we have another response here. Let's see. But also people specifically insisting that chair is fine and you'll fit, embarrassing you for standing instead. Well, I mean, a chair like this has never made me be like, oh my God, I'm not going to sit in. I've never been that afraid to sit in it. I mean, if you're morbidly obese, yeah, you should be afraid for it to break because you can break your whole entire body and not be able to get up. But if the chair breaks, I'll be fine. I'll roll back or I'll be okay. I've actually been in one of these chairs before when it's broken. No big deal. Just make sure there's no broken glass under the chair. All right, so more responses. Let's see. Hannah says, plus size clothing located directly next to the maternity section or at the back of the store rather than upon immediate entry to the store. plus size clothing located directly next to the maternity section or at the back of the store rather than upon immediate entry to the store. That feels fat phobic. Well, a couple things. If it's in the back of the store, good, you're going to get some more exercise to get to those clothes. That's not fat phobic. That just puts the clothing where you have the least amount of people that are purchasing it in the least accessible spot. You're going to have the majority of people that are not morbidly obese. I mean, not so much anymore, but people that are regular size that are not packing on tons and tons of extra body fat unnecessarily. They're going to have easier access to the products because that's more people. You have the majority of people that are going to get their products quicker because that's who the store is catering towards. If you're on the fringe and you're unhealthy, yeah, you might have to go in the back or the big and tall store or something. I like how that feels fat phobic. It feels fat phobic, but people are using that as a reason. They already have the fat tax. They already have, if it's costing more, how can you charge more? How can you charge more for clothing that is twice the amount of material? Give me a break. That fat tax stuff, it's the same thing. Someone's been out there complaining about the clothes being in the back of the store. So that's definitely feels fat phobic. It's definitely not fat phobic, but people have definitely complained about that already for sure. Easy Bake Love and responds, I've seen plus and maternity mixed. Ooh, what's the difference? And had to read the tags to see the difference. Oh my God, Easy Bake Lovin'. Oh my God, you had to read a tag? Oh my God. Well, plus and maternity, you could probably wear both interchangeably. I guess maternity clothes would be more focused around the gut being big. It's kind of the same thing with obesity. You're packing on more around the midsection. Of course, different shaped clothing. I mean, slightly obviously biased more specifically just towards the stomach. But hey, big is big, right? Big is big. How you get big? You can get pregnant or you can be so obese you can't tell if you're pregnant. You've seen plus and maternity mixed? All right, well, you're going to that section to get clothes. So what? You got to read the tags. The horror, the absolute horror of reading a tag on a piece of clothing that you're looking to buy. Another response from Incognito. Restaurant booths that are too narrow, so you either squish and are in pain the whole time, or you have to sheepishly ask for a table. Wow. Okay. So let me tell you the story. Let me tell you the truth about restaurant booths. If you can't fit into a restaurant booth in 2020, you are absolutely ginormous. You are magnanimously horizontal. There's so much space. Every single booth in the past 5 years that I've sat down in, I can't even lean back comfortably because the table is 3 feet away from my body. Because now when they bolt it in, when they have it all one unit where you have a booth and you have the table kind of coming out of the wall or whatever, there's just so much room for a gut because they have to approximate. It's like equipment at the gym. When they make a bench press machine or they make a pull down machine, they have to make it as universal as possible because you're gonna have people that are 6'8" using it, and then potentially people that are 5'3" using it. So you need to make a wide range, and you need to make sure that it's adjustable and try to find a design that will accommodate the majority of people, especially if it's going to be not in a strength training gym for, let's say, professional athletes in the NFL. Obviously, you're going to have machines that can handle a lot more impact, a lot more load. You're going to have a lot more, it's going to have to be bigger because you have huge dudes, not the average LA Fitness or whatever gym. You're going to need something that fits more of the average person, not the outlier professional athlete. So the booths are so far away. I remember I have to sit up on the edge of the actual bench. So if you're still too tight for a booth, if you can't fit into a dressing room, if you can't fit into a bathroom, if you can't fit into a booth, these are warning signs. Unless you're just a massive person, you're just 7 foot tall, you're Shaquille O'Neal, you're going to have some problems. You're going to get used to it. This is, and then a response from Ruth B. I can't sit in the Waffle House booths anymore, so I have to wait for the counter.
How dare you?
You can't fit. And I'm not trying to make fun of an individual, but again, if you can't fit, all right, of all places to have booths, if you can't fit in a booth at a Waffle House, you should not be at a Waffle House. That's the first thing. If you can't fit in a booth at Waffle House, talk about a place where you have to accommodate some big effing people. Have you been in a Waffle House recently? If you have, chances are you have to reevaluate your life if you found yourself in a Waffle House, because it's probably been like in the middle of the night or after some debauchery. And you know what I'm talking about, fam. You know, you're not angels out there. So if you can't fit into a booth, wow, those are built and reinforced for the people that are sitting in those booths. So yeah, that's the first sign that you should not be going to Waffle House. And why are you going to Waffle House voluntarily? Okay, don't you want some like real food? Come on, take care of yourself. You can't fit in a booth, period, let alone a booth at Waffle House. Bruh. That's from Nadia. People suggesting you sit in the front passenger seat when everyone is getting in the car. Is that because you're going to rub the axle or something? You're going to scrape the exhaust pipe because you're so big? Yeah, it's stronger, the shocks and the suspensions in the front. People suggesting that you sit in the front passenger seat well, that's not fat phobic. That's just common sense. That's like engineer stuff. That's mechanics. If you're so damn big, that's your fault. That's your problem. Sit in the front. Save a life. Save a life. You don't want the exhaust scraping. You don't want to rip out the underside of the car. So that isn't fat phobic, but it feels like it. It's just a fact. That's just a fact. This is amazing. This is amazing. Hammocks are fat phobic. Hammocks are not fat phobic, but they feel fat phobic. You know what this is? They feel fat phobic? No, you just can't fit into them well, so they feel uncomfortable. These are all signs. People, we have to take these as signs. Oh my God. If any of these things feel fat phobic, then you're too fat. Seriously. Because it crosses your mind as an inconvenience, and it's not an inconvenience. If you have to go to the back of a clothing store, okay, well, if you go into a Burlington coat factory or something like that and you want shoes, you're going to go in the back. You're going to have to walk to the back. You go to Walmart. Why do you think supermarkets put the milk on the side? They don't put it right in the front. They want you to walk through half the store to get to the essentials, or what people commonly use. They want you to walk through the aisles. They want you to zigzag through. They want you to purchase things that you don't really need. They want you to make impulse purchases. That's why they have end caps and bright colorings on the boxes. So, like, these things that feel fat phobic, they're just not built for you. And you're going to say, well, my God, society has to make bigger hammocks. These are signs. These are signs that you are not fitting well in society, which doesn't mean that society should bend over backwards for you. It raises questions about your lifestyle choices. Seriously, it's personal responsibility. If you can't fit or handle the average thing, why is that? Think about it. Why is that? Why can't you fit into a hammock comfortably? Why can't you fit into a booth comfortably? Why? Why is that even an issue? Why does that even cross your mind? Why does that even cross your mind? I noticed the booth being so damn far away. But if you can't fit, like, I could still use the booth. It's just not comfortable. If you can't even fit into it, it doesn't even have a chance to. You just can't. You're not functioning properly. Just a thought. I think it might be the last one. Colin Nash asking me to sit on the floor cross-legged in elementary school. How is that fat phobic? Some people just aren't flexible. This is nothing to. I'm giving you full Matt Damon. Colin. Don't be a Colin. Don't be a Karen or a Colin asking me to sit on the floor cross-legged. That's fat phobic. It's not fat phobic, but it feels like it. It feels fat phobic. You're not flexible. That's not comfortable for a lot of people because most people don't have enough mobility. People are sitting down too much, playing too many video games, watching too much Netflix, being lazy. Has nothing to do with feeling fat phobic. All right. I mean, I know the premise of the tweet. What's not fat phobic, but feels fat phobic. So now we're hearing everyone's little internal complaints. Do some yoga. You'll be fine. Stop being a baby. Stop being a baby, Colin. So what do you think, fam? What isn't fat phobic, but feels fat phobic? I'll tell you what. How about stop complaining, stop whining, stop beeshing, and moaning. What's not phobic, but feels fat phobic to you? The doctors, the chairs. If you're having issues, if people are shocked that your blood work comes out relatively normal, that's a sign. If you are worried about chairs breaking, that's a sign. If you have concerns about walking into the back of a store to get a product that you want, that's a sign. If you have issues or concerns with fitting into a booth, that's a concern. That's a sign. If you have issues thinking about a hammock, that's a sign. It's a sign that you're making questionable choices. Take some personal responsibility. That's what this is about. Come on. What's not fatphobic but feels fatphobic? Drop a comment down below. What do you think, fam? Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Remember, follow me on my other channel, The Daily Swole. You can join me and the Swole fam. I go live every single day on the Daily Swole channel. Links are in the description down below. You could also follow The Daily Swole on Apple Podcast and Spotify Podcast. We go over posts like this and also awesome inspirational. It's a ton of fun. Make sure you join all of us over there. Apple Podcast, Spotify, check it out. And of course, if you want to join the Swole fam, we have Black Swole Week specials going on right now. You could join for less than $3. We have awesome content just like this. We're releasing some Driving While Gaining Uncensored. We have Extra Thirsty. We have priority access content for members only. Plus, you can upgrade and get access to our hundreds of meditation sessions, hundreds of yoga classes. You could stream them 24 hours a day, 365. Plus, we have full programs you could do at the gym and at home. And we're going to be releasing some no equipment programs. So lots of stuff inside Swolenormous X Unlimited, but check out all the specials over there, swolenormousx.com. Black Swole Week starts early. You got the lockdowns, but you can't lock down the Swole fam. You can't lock down Swolenormous X. We are crushing it through the rest of 2020 and into 2021. I guarantee it. I'll see you over there, and I'll see you back here real soon for some more Extra Thirsty. Peace the fuck out, bitches.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element. No ollies, you children popping.